My neighbour capacity has gone ridiculous. I'm guessing that's because an edicts ran out. Is that the Grand Fleet? Grand Fleet, there we go. That's a bit more like it. We got loads of influence, so let's get some of these things going. Sure, education campaign, recycling, these are all good things we should have. Don't care about that. Don't care about a lot of these things. Okay, that's cool. Stop pausing. Anyway, how is everybody doing today? How is everybody else's days been? No, just get our fleets over to here. We'll finish these off, and then we'll send people north. It looks like these guys aren't really gonna do anything. Why do I want a construction ship and a science ship in the area? Is there more in the area of up here I should have it for when this bit's done? I like hearing other people's ideas on Twitch. I will for sure pop by again because I like that you seem genuine and not totally views driven. Have a great rest of the stream. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I mean, views are just part of the story, right? To me, it's like views just tell you what it's all about. It's traffic, right? When I look at how many views I've got in a stream, I think the channel was saying something like 1,000 views, right? But only 50 of those, or 50 whatever we're up to now, decided to follow, and it means a lot more to me if somebody comes back, even if I just see them in the chat list, even if they don't say a thing, you know, just knowing that somebody has come back. In fact, in the last couple of days I've noticed people kind of in the chat list, I'm not going to call anybody out, at different points who haven't seen in a little while. And it's nice to see that they come back. I think that's more of a testament to things. It shows that they're really, like, Omnimech concluded. He must obviously be a nutter, because he's been here almost as long as me tonight. And it's like, yeah, I like hearing other people's views and stuff on Twitch and things like this. I always liked it in podcasts and stuff. More like some of the bigger people, whenever they talked about their origin stories, like, I'm a big Rooster Teeth fan. I mean, some of their origin stories don't really help because it goes all the way back. It's a completely different time and whatnot. I think that's one of the things I've learned recently. It's like, they always kind of fascinated me. Those kind of origin stories in the start of this kind of gaming digital industry type thing. Oh my god, look at all these fleets. It's all following me. Okay, we definitely need to get while these guys are actually following me. Oh. Let's get these done. Yes, sure, more spice.
Hello.
Hello, Calamity K74. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Like K74 sounds like it should mean something. Or is it just Calamity K? Oh, I don't know. I should really stop trying to analyse everybody's names as I see them. Always kind of like interesting. It's often, I mean, it's often like, I guess, a story. I'm still amazed that people are still following, people are still watching, even though I'm clearly, I don't know, tired. I can just feel myself. I know it's like I'm making less and less sense as time goes on. So no, join me at a reasonable time when I start a stream, and I might actually make a bit more sense. I'm not going to promise anything though. Right. We will finish these off and then work our way up here. And hopefully a lot of these fleets will follow us. And then we'll see what's what. What are all these guys doing? God, we're actually going to be president soon, aren't we? In 3 years. I keep thinking of stuff like this when I'm like, each time a tech comes up, it's like, whatever, we're probably going to be done before actually researchers, and then the researchers. And it's like, I was saying earlier, it's like, well, I said it earlier, like 70 years and before we'd be president again. And I guess these guys left, so it's 10 years early. But I didn't think we'd be still going. I'm looking at this and it's like, oh, there's a big gap here now. Somebody should colonise that. But not me. I'm not bothering to do that. I realise as well, it's like just little simple things. I've been talking about Twitch and thinking about it, like just as far as, not tricks, that's not the right word. Far too often it's like, when I'm talking to chat, I'm always talking to chat I guess, but when looking at something specific, I will look at the actual chat. And sometimes I'll do it, I'll just like look at the camera more. I can look straight at you, into your soul. I sometimes think about it, it's like I think about, yeah, I should look at the camera more when I'm actually talking to people as such. And then I forget. Go back into old habits. Oh, what are you doing? Don't just waste your ships. When I do move these as well, up north, I'm not going to jump them like last time. Because when we came down south, we had a bunch of fleets following us, but then we jumped twice. And I think that's when they stopped following us. I mean, it could be a coincidence. There might have been something else that triggered them to follow, but... So it might take us longer to get there, but... I never really know, actually. I'm sure there must be, like, some videos figuring out as far as jumping it goes. Because, of course, you lose 50% of your sublight speed. So the problem is, if you jump into your destination, that's fine. But if you then got to carry on going... I don't know which is better. I should almost get 2 fleets. 2 fleets at the same speed and test
project concluded.
But not now. Not today. That can be an experiment for another time. How's this war going? How is this technically our war? Oh, because they were our subjects. They're not anymore because I released them. Because I thought that might get me out of like having to care about this war. Turns out I could just stop caring. And that's enough to get me to not care. Oh. You should have been building some more ships. Oh, I guess we must have lost them in that last battle, actually. I thought I should have done this ages ago, but I guess it's probably relatively recent. Right, you all go wait there. And then we go, we'll all jump in kind of simultaneously. I feel like they've kind of, oh. God, they keep sending little piddly fleets in. I guess they probably doing reinforcements and they're just going through. I feel like the way they designed it, they've kind of almost gone with the same kind of design effect, like almost a bit like with the Borg, with the shapes as simple as like they don't need to be aerodynamic in space, and so they just go through a cube. We can't just copy them, so let's I don't know, just go with other weird shapes. I mean, so I can understand it's like, well, you don't need to actually shape them like a nose shape, like a plane-ish type thing. But then, why do them in this weird spiky ball type? And the whole ball thing with just a cube is like, yeah, why not? I mean, just a simple geometric shape. There could be a tech reason for it, I guess. Anyway, maybe it's extra armor actually. Each spike is more armor. Because they did more hull, I guess. Oh, I don't know. Right, you guys, you're all there, give or take. Go finish these guys off. I'd see about raiding somebody after we're done. I haven't done it yet. I mean, assuming we're ever finished. It always seems a bit pointless if I've only got 1 or 2 people. But it's a reasonable number here. I'm not entirely sure how to do it. Well, there's some kind of command. How are we doing over here? Hang on. I think let's get rid of you. Slow it down a bit. I do love the black hole systems. Put it down into slow motion. Just huge fleets. Or it's multiple fleets. I mean, completely overkill, I guess, for this. I've got pretty low graphic settings and it still looks awesome. Oh, and I guess we've even got more coming in. Oh, are they strike craft? There's always this weird thing actually. They shoot the strike craft come out from the sides, much like I feel like it always reminds me of Battlestar Galactica. And then they had to catch up. And then it all messes up and they all kind of come colliding into each other. And then the illusion is spoiled. And it's like, oh, you now all just collided with each other. Well done. Right. Away we go. Right, we're going to that wormhole. Okay. Let's We didn't lose much there. We'll repair as we go. Hopefully these guys will follow us along. Sure, you God, it's all fair and well putting on slow motion so you can see cool battles, as long as you remember to take it off slow motion. I don't like this. I guess we could probably have to send a fleet or two and sort this out just because the board gore. Man, I totally shouldn't have released these guys as well. Hopefully though, when the war ends, we could just invite them to Federation. They don't actually like us that much. At war? You're at war. You're not. What? But I'm not at war with you. I'm at war on the same side as you. What? Still tempted actually once this is done. Just click surrender. Because if I'm reading this right, if we surrender, we just give them...
Research concluded.
Not just our systems, because we haven't got that many. We haven't got 172, right? No, that's planets. 172 planets. We definitely don't have 172 planets. There might be 172 in our Federation. So if I click surrender there, it makes it sound like not only do we give our planets away, but every other member of our Federation. Which seems a bit odd that I would have that power. Sure, army health, why not? Right, these guys are all going to take a little while. Oh, I thought you guys were exterminators. Oh no, you're assimilators. Oh, I feel like I should be friends with you. It's nice to have another machine empire about. I totally should have sided with them. Technically, I've captured that. Supposedly. Oh, I guess it's just adjacent. Are we... Machine uprising event. Don't know. I'm a little confused by that. You've seen some kind of contradictory stuff there. I don't know, what does machine uprising war go? Oh, I don't know. Something weird just because they were our vassals originally. Hang on a minute. Oh, Overlord, Galactic right. But I've released them since. I feel like I should be able to subjugate them straight away. It's like, if I didn't get out of that war, it's like, well, so then you're not leaving. My chair's gone down again. It's definitely breaking. There's times when it just goes down, like all of a sudden, and it surprised me. But a lot of the time it just slowly goes down until I look over. I feel like I'm a bit low, and then there's loads of space above my head in the camera. Au revoir, pal. I'm getting too tired. You're getting too tired. I guess it is, what is it, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock for you? Cheers for sticking around. I'm kind of impressed you're still here. You can always catch up when I upload it onto YouTube. In case anyone wasn't aware, because I keep getting, I've got new viewers and followers and such. I mean, there's all information down below, but I do try to download the Twitch streams and come into 1 hour chunks and stick them on YouTube, so easier for people to catch up on. So yesterday's stream's up there. Might be a little bit. I might be able to get up safe. I'm not going to stream to the rest of the day after this is done. No, I probably won't be able to get it up. I'll have it rendering overnight, and then it'll probably be after the stream tomorrow. Sure, let's extend the deal. Never really had to do anything with this. I kind of expected the swarms to be a much bigger issue, but we never had to deal with them. Aww, good day. Who are you allied with? Are you allied with anybody? Your associates? God, it's going to take us a while to get up there, isn't it? Oh, we're going in a no funny direction. Oh, this is where. No, I want to go the long way. I don't want to jump. We could maybe jump across, and that probably would be useful. But that would 100% would be a lot quicker. But then, I think I would probably lose these fleets following me. Oh man, you guys are properly beat up, aren't you? Oh, are you in? Oh, you're the vassal, aren't you, of these guys? Yeah, you used to be in this faction. Then you were in our faction. And then until these guys left. Hey, viewing for the first time, what build are you playing other than Mechanists? Of course. Of course not. Mr. Of course not. 2. Okay. Good good summary right near the end. But you know, you can always catch up. Right, so we went for egalitarian, militarists, and materialists. I did the sense and service. We get extra unity from forts. Yeah, we started with Mechanists, so we started off as the robots and stuff, and of course we went down the Ascension perk to become even more robotic. No, to be actually become synthetic robots ourselves. I kind of didn't want to go for anything too extreme with this playthrough. Last time we did a life seed, and we were kind of pacifists. We started off as fanatic pacifists. I didn't want to go like fanatic militarist or materialist even. Something a bit more middle of the roadish. Egalitarian, so you like to live dangerously. How do you mean? Oh, what do you mean with the... because of factions? Is that... Well, that was kind of... on the... a lot of my design decisions. My decisions for this game was based on a response to our previous playthrough, where I was doing Did the life sea start? It's basically 200 years before we colonised our first planet, and that was a ring world. Got these big holes in the galaxy. And, yeah, we were fanatic pacifists and spiritualists, although we ended up being... We switched to fanatic, spiritualists and pacifists. An event made us be authoritarian instead of pacifists. But we had absolutely no problems, because I think the spiritualists have a lot more tools with the temples and stuff. Factions were not an issue at all. We only ever had like 2 factions, I think, and they're all like constantly happy. Was an issue. So I very much, we went for a lot of my... I wanted a lot of immigration as well. I was toying with egalitarian or xenophile. So I wanted to play around. I wanted to encourage to have lots of different factions. And yeah, everybody ended up being materialists anyway. So I wanted to balance it out. I wanted to try that aspect of the game. I thought that was kind of what I wanted to do. Also, we were spread out more, and also having balance and like make all my people, all these different species coming in. I was also under a mistaken impression. I was quite disappointed when I found this out. I thought when we had all these different species, and I thought when we would switch to machine bodies, we would have the various different types of machine bodies, but it turns out we all just had the same one. Which was a shame, because I was really looking forward to having like a machine empire that held all the different types of machine bodies.
Situation log updated.
Don't know how he got left out.
Special project concluded.
Keep thinking about updating this. They're not bothering. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, I've mostly, for the most part, stayed away from the big structures. So we got a few ring worlds last time. We did end up getting, like I say, it wasn't until 200 years in. We also played with a lot more empires this time on this game, which is why it's running so slowly now, I think. But yeah, we had a ruined Dyson sphere in our territory, so we repaired that eventually. But other than that, I didn't bother going with the Galactic Wonders. But I did get habitats. We didn't want to go with habitats last time. I also went with the whole terraforming worlds into Gaia worlds. And this time, I guess this time, I think I started off as... Actually, I forget what our species started off as. We were long-lived. Less habitability? I forget what that was. From how you're describing this playthrough, one of these days you might want to try playing an inward perfectionist build. I was considering that. Yeah, fanatic, xenophobe, peaceful, agrarian, idyllic, dictator, monarch, not too sure. Yeah, no, I saw that. It was something I kind of overlooked, I think, last time. I wasn't particularly trying to be isolationist, though, last time. I was actually discussing with someone else in chat earlier about actually doing that again at some point, maybe after the next one. My next playthrough, which I'm guessing I'll be starting tomorrow, assuming I'm not totally dead, at midday BST, British summertime. I'll tell you down below. There's a app I should convert it into your own time. But yeah, my plan for that one, I'm going to go with machines again, but I'm going to start off as machines. I'm going to go with the exterminators. Basically go flat out, destroy everybody. No allies, no federations, no vassals. I mean, actually I haven't said that. If there are other machine empires, I might have a federation with them, but the majority of people, we just want to destroy pretty much everything. But of course you can't do too much, and you're hated by everyone because you're being a snooty bastard. We were trying very hard to be a snooty bastard last time, but still at the same time not be... It was kind of like, look, I'm happy to be in a federation with you, I'm happy to like trade, but no, none of you are allowed on our planet. Our planet's awesome. Level 25 Gaia World? Ring Worlds? Only the best would do for us. But yeah, I was thinking, because the other game I tend to play, been playing a lot recently, I've been taking a break from it, was Total War Warhammer 2. And I decided to take a break, I don't know, can't remember what it was, after our last series of that, and I was just focusing on this for now, because there's a big update coming for that on the 31st, which is 2 weeks Thursday just gone. So I'm going to do the militarists, the whole robot empire trying to destroy everything. But I was considering doing the inward perfection type thing. I feel like I kind of just want to find a small little corner of the galaxy, like these have got, and just hunker down. And not really do much, it might be boring. We'll just tech up, we'll sit here and tell the world, bring it on. We won't actually get the official objectives, but you know, as long as we survive to a certain point, hopefully it should be relatively quick, and the rest of the galaxy can just get on without us. Just on a small little corner of the galaxy to be our own, and we'll choose stations on the borders and just like tell everybody who knocks on the door to bugger off and leave us alone. You could call it the antisocial playthrough. But I figure it must be fairly quick, right? Because so do above with machines. No, hang on. Hang on. No, I think I'm talking about two different playthroughs. That one I wasn't really talking about being machines. You can't anyway. Oh, can you? You could potentially go down that path. But no, my next playthrough, which I'm going to start tomorrow, is just going to be, I'm going to be exterminators. Which basically want to destroy all biological pops. But you can't engage in any diplomacy with biological pops. You can only engage in diplomacy with other machine empires. So I just want to then go and conquer the galaxy. None of this alliance malarkey, I'm just going to go and war all the time, destroy everything. Something relatively straightforward. And then I was thinking about maybe after we've done that game, trying to do the inward perfection, let's just be really isolationist, find ourselves in a little corner. My assumption being that should be relatively quick. And you know, I don't know, if these guys, if we get the unbidden or whatever come out, I'm not going to go after them. Yeah, so my next one I want to do be a purger race, but then the one after that I'm thinking about just going for complete isolationist, just find a little corner of the galaxy, and even when you get the endgame crisis, just let it destroy the galaxy and just like our borders, just defend our borders and not really care about anybody else. It might be a good one for just chatting in chat like we're doing here, and just like, man, let's see what happens. I'm just kind of curious. I don't know if it'll make fun watching, because you're just going to be like, oh, select new tech for the most part. I don't know, because the one thing we had not the issue, it wasn't so much an issue, but it threw me off last time because we did the we did a live seed, but we didn't do inward perfection. And we didn't have with same size galaxy, but we didn't have as many empires. And as an example, we were kind of, let's say we were here, whatever. We ended up having a huge area, just because we didn't have much of a problem. But we were near 2 fallen empires. But it meant we didn't really have any other empires, and you don't compete for territory with fallen empires. So we had a huge area, like this sort of size, if not bigger, even though we only had one planet for like the first 200 years. Which was like, I wasn't expecting that. We kept pushing out. We just didn't have anybody near us. Oh, we did. We had a few people to our north where we managed to block them off, but to our south we had so much space. I kind of want something that's going to be basically less space. And not try to grab every single bit of territory I can, which is what I kind of did before. And what I tend to do. Oh, our fleets are actually starting to arrive. And just to forget actually, because once you get to the wormhole, they're basically there. Tried this once myself. It turns Stellaris into a whole different game. Try not to spoil it for you if you never tried it before. But it's far more tense and fast paced. What do you mean being a purger? Yeah, I mean, at the moment, this is the thing. It's like I've only done 2 playthroughs basically since Apocalypse. And in fact, the last time I'd done a playthrough before that was after Utopia came out. And so far, each of my playthroughs has been kind of like, well, let's do something very different. Let's do something very different. I did, when I played after Utopia, when that came out, I did a Hive Mind as the Ravenous Swarm. I mean, obviously that was a long time ago. Apocalypse has changed a lot. So that's the reason I didn't want to go for one of those purgers things. And it's also why I didn't want to start off doing with something like that. Even though it was like close to a year ago, it was kind of like one of my last playthroughs. I wanted to play around with federations and different bits and pieces. Are you guys? What? Oh, you know what? I'm 100%. I'm gonna wait a year because we're president next. We'll get the Federation fleet. Because it's not here, is it? God knows where it is. And it will also give these guys time for the extra ships to actually arrive, and then we can try and go into this final-ish battle at full strength. Well, how are we doing over here? People are actually doing something in this war. I mean, sort of, I guess. Once that's done, we might come and just finish that off. We'll see. I might do a couple of odd bits to wrap up. I mean, I kind of feel like once this is done with, these guys will leave. The Fallen Empire will leave the faction. We might be able to get these guys back in. We can also get some other guys in. But I'm not going to go too over the top. I mean, we technically already won. I already won the actual Federation victory. Although I worry that because these guys are left, we actually won't anymore. They had a lot of planets. Oh, you're in a funny place. Let's get you to just come back to, say, here. We don't need you for the moment, I'm assuming. Oh, I forgot we had the Eye of Hawking in this playthrough. That patch came out halfway through our last game. And that's been our territory, we haven't really had. We found it early on. But these guys have... I mean, these guys had like just this little area. I mean, they joined our Federation.
Yes.
They don't really do much. I mean, they're seen if I was an egalitarians. I'm sure they were pacifists at one point. People don't remain pacifists for long in our Federation. Oh! Oh, is that here? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a Federation fleet. Oh yeah, especially if all these guys are going to follow the Federation fleet. Sorry, I just realised the... So, I have it set up so the default rights for any organic pops that come into my empire get assimilated into robots. But we've just liberated these guys so they don't get assimilated by robots. But you know, we do the good kind of assimilation. How bizarre. This is actually part of my empire, isn't it? I mean, as in my core systems. Where's my... Oh, yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? Can I hand it off to a governor? Yeah, sure. There we go, not my problem anymore. You take care of it. Nihilistic nerd. Make it so. And we're still getting some negative modifiers. Not so bad now. Oh, I'm still waiting for the federal to become federal.
Receiving transmission.
Become blah 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 president. Sure. How much have we got here? How much have we got? Oh, I guess we're still, by the looks of it, I bet you we're waiting on... Yeah, we're still waiting on Titans. I'll happily wait for some Titans. Are we waiting for them to be built, or are they just on their way somewhere? Yeah, I think they kind of got caught out. Nah, that's annoying. So I've got gateways on all my shipyards, so if my fleet has been here... Oh no, that's not a gateway though. They probably could have found an easier way. Why do you not have the Aurelian Ore? What have you done with it? You just created a robotic variant of Murphy's Law. If there is a chance of you getting assimilated, you will be. I mean, to be fair, you know, we're not going to make you cyborgs, which is what I think they would do. We're going to make you fully competent people. That's what the species is called. Peace? No peace. Alright. I think we do technically board with these guys still. Wanted to just make an outrageous claim and make these my vassals for ages. Come on, we've got a month. Gotta hide our faces in the dark. Speed up the time a little. Oh, they haven't said that. How much we got here between all our fleets, and more importantly, like our allied fleets? Oh, I'm waiting for the Titans as well, ideally. Yes, so I'm happy to wait. Because that's what 3 Titans were missing. And they're kind of designed for destroying stations and whatnot. I was saying the Federation fleet has 3 Titans. That's not right. I built 3 Titans for it, and then yeah, I just got a couple of them destroyed. I never bothered replacing them. Yay! Where's this fleet? Why do you need upgrades? Surely. Why are you attacking Starbase? Where are you? Do I have a spare leader? Oh, I guess we don't. Are they all being used? Yeah, I guess we do. Hello. Hello, Mr. Of Course Not. Thank you ever so much for the follow. Much appreciated. I know that didn't sound very enthusiastic. Just trust that I'm kind of tired. I do very much appreciate the follow. Yeah, let's go for the leader game. I think it's much more important to get higher up. I don't think we've used Boy Wolfric. Oh, it's Wolfric the Wanderer. Did that not fit? Oh no, it goes on to the next line. Ugh. Or at least I don't think we have. No, I think it's somebody I don't really remember actually using his name for anything. I mean, you kind of put them in random name in the naming list now, so people get crop up at random. But I was doing manually for quite a while, so I definitely a bit easy to remember. Oh God, I don't even need the slides on. Nope, that does nothing. Barely anything. From your point. Where are you? What are you doing? Well, you're going that way. Go and repair. Not repair, but upgrade. What kind of upgrades are you doing? Well, what upgrades could you possibly do? I'm sure the last time we had it, we basically got all the tech anyway. Oh wow, somebody's got side jump drives. I never did get these in my other playthrough. Jump drive range plus 50%, awesome. Sure. I think we kind of like, well, I'm sure we had the event for it, but it was one of those things we failed on. Sure, we're going to fiddle with the Federation fleet too much. It's too much of a hassle. I'm not going to rant about it again. Right, where are you going? Okay, you're going to go... No. Why are you going to go over here? No, make... Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not actually a star base, but that one is. Let's jump across there. That 38 battleships, bloody hell. A weird formation of flying. Kind of reminds you of birds. Like they're just making weird patterns, but it doesn't look natural. Anyway, actually, let's not. Yeah, I think I accidentally turned that off. How are you a 556? The Federation fleet limit is capped at 500. And it was 500 when I last had it. How the hell did you manage to squeeze more ships in? You're waiting on another cruiser. Why hasn't it got there? Man, I know you're super slow. There's a much bigger range on this thing though. On the side jump drives over the normal ones. Huh. Right, well, that would be there soon.
Research concluded.
More research. Only 37 minutes until my next stream starts. Wonder if anybody's going to turn up at midday for the start of the Saturday stream. You're 500,000-ish there. Oh, god damn it! We waited too long, and it doesn't matter. It's fine. With the once we get the Federation fleet over. Good morning, Mr. Gaming. Or as you asked, Jim. Oh my god! I knew it. I knew I would see you again. I was thinking, I checked like a few hours ago and I was like, oh, who's still, and it's like, I noticed you were still hosting me. And it's like, yeah, and I thought like, oh, sooner or later you're going to be getting up. Yeah, so I thought, oh, a few extra hours to get this game finished. Yeah, I'm up to like 18 hours and 14 minutes, which is kind of bonkers. As you can tell, I look a lot more tired.
Fleet enhancement
Wait, you've been at this all night? Yeah, that wasn't my intention. So my stream yesterday was supposed to be 5 till 11. But I knew I was getting really close to the end. I've never done the contingency before, so I didn't know exactly what was involved. I have, however, done the unbidden before, and that was relatively simple. And I thought, oh, it'd take that long? We had to wait 50 years, mind you, before there was even a chance of it popping. And I got involved in other wars. It got, you know, I couldn't just put my hands in my pockets and let it go. Uptime. I need to set it. That's the second person that's put uptime there. 18 hours and 41. Oh, it's still, we've almost finished it. It was kind of surprised. Right. I think you were here just before we kind of really kicked off. So we had 4 areas, right? We had one over here, both in our territory, our direct territory. This was the last one we've just mopped up, and then over here, and we've now just got the final base over here. These guys, the custodians, joined us. They were like, "Ah, we have faced these people millennia ago." I don't know why I'm so surprised the game causing this. It's really more to do with the fact that, like, I didn't think I could get another stream out of it, right? So my streams are normally 6 hours, and I thought, well, if it's only going to take us an extra hour or two to finish this, I might as well just carry on. But then that extra hour or two is like, well, it's still only an hour or two. For me, the entire night, we've only ever been a couple of hours away from the ending. Because I just wasn't sure exactly how long it would be. And I did say to people, no spoilers. So nobody told me how long it would be. But your research is pretty good. My research is, yeah. Oh, I guess you managed to research the fix to the ghost signal. Yes. Yeah. Because I'd already done basically all the research before it all kind of started anyway. I mean, we got the main victory last night. God, not last night, night before now. In the previous stream that I had done. Are you not... You kind of... It's already been up. Yeah, I guess it's had a bit of a setback. I underestimated them. That crops up all the time. It seems to be like my #1 phrase. Like every time I lose a battle in Total War Warhammer, it's like I underestimated them. It's like, out of my 5 fleets, like, oh, I sent 2 fleets down to this one, 2 fleets down to that one. And, oh god, we got completely wrecked over here, right? So I was coming through taking some of these places, because I figured 2 of my fleets could handle one of their Roman ones. And we were going down here chasing after one of these, and I realised these guys had turned around, come back here, turned up fighting there. Now I rejigged all my ships to have a lot more shields over other stuff. Because that was the effective thing against these guys. And I didn't realise until the battle had already joined that this is a pulsar type thing, and we got no benefit from our shields. So our 2 fleets got absolutely mullered. And it also probably didn't help the fact that I had the no retreat war doctrine. Another sign of arrogance, I think. But you know, I learned. I was a bit more careful, and I kept my fleets together ever since repairing them. And we just went after one of them, each one at a time. They didn't actually expand that ridiculously, or not quickly enough. And I guess it's only been... I guess it's been 30 years since the event started. Oh, it gives all... Hang on. All robots are minus 20%? No! They may... Right, I don't know if it's changed or whatever, but that's not how it works. Sorry, I'm looking at that. So the signal... We had a minus 70 to all our, like, kind of production type stats. Every time we took out one of the 4 planets, it went down, and it's currently sat at still minus 10% on all of these places. Where am I? Yeah, so we still got a minus 10% on all those, but it was minus 70 at one point. But then, yes, the research, though, the research wasn't to do with this. We had basically bots being taken over and causing sabotage on different bits. And that's what the research was, uncovering these synths that were hiding, that were actually saboteurs and stuff. And they were destroying some buildings and pops and stuff like that. But that's what the research was about. But I managed to do that relatively quickly. Were you not robots? Still, yes. Yes, but it only affected the... Oh god. Who are all these people? People who haven't been assimilated yet. Oh, we've got these guys as well. Anyway, so our basic pops, we've got the competent people. Because our species was originally called barely competent. And these are the ones who were originally organics and got turned into humans. Or new ones built since then. But it was only the ones who started off as robots who we had an issue with. But the ones who had the organic origins, they even popped up themselves like, oh, because of our organic origins, we seem to be resistant. But it affected all our other robot pops. What do you want? Why would I want to give you living metal? You're not actually... You're independent. No, you're not in my federation. Decline. Right, you done. Okay. Get over here. Right, I see. So you started organic. Yeah, it doesn't cause them issues. If you start as a complete robot race, you get research to remove. Ah. Okay. I'm going to be doing my next playthrough. I'm going to start off as robotic exterminators. So, I'm imagining it's probably going to trigger them again, because we were looking at the start of the stream-ish, or at least around when it got to 2450. Like, okay, how long are you realistically going to have to wait for it to pop? Because that's all we were doing for most of the stream, waiting for the end game crisis. So we're looking at the stats, and it does seem like if you've got a lot of robots, it's much more likely that he's going to get these ones. I guess it could be triggered by a AI empire. But if I'm going around conquering everybody and exterminating everybody, you know, there's a fairly good chance we're going to get these again. So I'd be interested to see, but obviously we can't. I know what to expect this time. We're still missing a tight. No. Oh, I know what you're missing. You had a dreadnought in your fleet, which got destroyed, which was very sad. I actually saw it blow up. Oh well, it's 123. Why is that so quick? Oh, we are in a defensive war now, actually, technically. Endgame crisis triggered depending on various... Yeah, we actually got the wiki out. In case of the contingency, having lots of robots, among other things, makes it more likely to going down going down synthetic route, gives a high way to arrive. We had a look at the... We're actually looking at the wiki and actually doing maths on stream, so you can always go back and check that out. But we were actually having a look at it. It's having a fallen empire that's robotic adds to it as well. What was the other thing? Oh, having an actual machine consciousness in the galaxy, and that can count for the robotic, for the fallen empire, adds to it. Then it's based on the amount of population of
Receiving
Jessel
transmission.
consciousness ones. But then it also counts normal robots separately and the amount of them in the galaxy. Something like that. But it seems to be a lot more factors for that than the other one. So just by having a lot of robots, whereas the Unbidden was a lot more, it's like, oh, do you have jump drives? You've gone down the psionic route. Which there wasn't really much in the way of other kind of factors for that. You know, not everybody's gonna get that kind of a thing. Yeah, you can have that.